guys, so welcome to our first episode of Dinner with the Duncan. So we had a little technical difficulty, but we got our full lives. Hello, James Joe Joseph. What's up, Raina? Hello. I'm sorry, that was our friend. All right, so listen. All right, so we got you guys live on Instagram. We got you live on Facebook. We're going to jump right into it because I'm extremely hungry and starving, and we have been prepping for this day for a long time. So first of all, if this is the first time that you have tuned into us, you have no idea who we are, but we look cute, and you're like, okay, let me check them out. Let us introduce ourselves. So we are
Damian
and Timeesha Duncan. And we are the power couple behind the Quit Your 9 to 5 Academy, Break the Internet Marketing, Bombshell Branding Agency, and a whole ton of other things that we do together.
Absolutely.
As a power couple. We are parents, we are entrepreneurs, and we love to cook. So we decided to do this, and we do love to eat. People have been asking us to do this for so long, guys, and so we were like, nobody has time for this. But we love to cook, we love to entertain, and we love to talk about business. So we decided to bring this to you guys so that we can share all our passions together and help you guys cook simplified meals that are delicious, that are semi-homemade, because we have two little ones at home. We have a 3-year-old, we have a 6-year-old, and we ain't got time for that. But we love to eat really good food, so we love to blend homemade with fresh, authentic things, and we're going to show you how to do that and then answer your business questions at the same time. So here's the rules. We're going to cook a great meal for you today. What are we cooking for them today, baby?
We are cooking cast iron lemon pepper grilled chicken salad.
We're cooking our signature,
one of our signatures,
citrus grilled, cast iron grilled chicken salad. I know it sounds a little boring, but I promise you it's going to be the best chicken salad that you ever made in your life. I'm making my...
made? Did they make it? Or?
Well, we're going to make it, and then we're teaching them how to make it. So they're going to make it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you're going to make it too. That's the whole point.
Okay.
So we're going to teach you guys how to make that chicken salad. But in addition to that, we also want you guys to come with your biggest questions about business, about relationships, about entrepreneurship.
About children.
This is a dialogue. It's not a monologue, right? So we're going to show you what we do at home behind the scenes. We're letting you in our home, in our kitchen. This is our home. This is our kitchen. So we're showing you what we do. But we also want to help you out at the same time. So if you have, I know some of you guys have submitted some questions for us to answer, which we will be answering throughout the show. Hey, Lisa. And then for you guys that are just tuning in and you haven't had the ability to submit any questions, just type them in the chat box so that we can make sure that we're answering them as we are going through. So one last request that I have for you. If you guys think that we look cute, do we look cute? You like my pink? And you're excited to be here with us, then did he just do this?
Dream big, everybody.
If you like to dream big, if you like my pink, if you like what we're putting down, then please share this with somebody that you think would enjoy watching this show. So wherever you are in Instagram world, if you're in Facebook world, just tap that share button, hit some likes, some hearts, so that we know you're there, you're pulse, you're live. Again, we're going to be talking to you, so we want you guys to engage with us.
It's a dialogue, not a monologue.
Watch. So, I'm hungry, so let's get started. So, babe, we're cooking chicken. We're cooking our citrus grilled, what is it called?
Lemon pepper.
Yo,
cast iron
the name?
Grilled chicken.
It didn't start off that way.
Listen, I changed the name.
Okay.
All right. So, what we have here
He thinks he's the chef in the kitchen.
Well, I am actually. Well, we're both great cooks.
Meanwhile, I put him on to All Life. Hey, Connie!
Listen,
I put him on to All Life.
There's certain dishes she can make, and there's certain dishes she needs to stay away from. But we just gonna leave it there, all right?
Before we even kick that off, I am actually hello. Oh my goodness, my sister is here, Debbie Williams, who was on Fox 5 today. Woo! 4 times. Give it up. We need a bell.
Got them logos. We got them logos.
All right, so I don't even know why I'm playing myself, because every time I start cooking, I always pour myself a nice tender glass of wine. Today will be no different.
It's not tender.
You guys are here.
Yeah.
So we're going to get the bottles popping. So if you are home and you have some wine, pop that bottle right now as you watch and enjoy with us.
Exactly.
So today, what are we drinking? What is this? a Moscato. I'm not calling brands because they ain't sent me no check yet.
Send us some cases. We got
So, we are going to be drinking a Moscato today. Do you want some, babe?
Of course.
Of course. He does not talk to me like that. I don't know why you act
Why, of
like
course.
You're so tender and gentle.
Why, of course.
Yeah, don't put the wine by the...
And you did that. So anyway, right now I'm, getting ready to prep the seasonings for this immaculate grilled chicken. Stay tuned. Keep going.
Oh, you just okay. So while he's prepping the chicken, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on some of the questions that you guys have submitted prior to this.
And I'm gonna get my inner Salt Bay in.
Oh, look at that! Look.
Hashtag Salt Bay.
Our team is back here cracking up fully. Yes, Connie, we need some of that sweet Jesus on set, honey child. Get yourself some of that sweet. You're killing me.
Salt Bay.
Connie, I need some sweet Jesus to add to one of our recipes. If you guys have not gotten that sweet Jesus, you need to get that in your
we're gonna get sweet
immediately by Cocktails with Chocolate. Okay, so while you're doing that and you're doing your little sensual, you see, no, he didn't. Yes, you see that.
Yes, I did. I did it.
Okay, so I'm going to ask one of the questions that came through. And again, if you guys are just tuning in with Timeesha and Damian Duncan, and we are going to we have invited you into our home to have dinner with us. So we're cooking a meal, and at the same time, we're answering your entrepreneurship questions. So just to give you guys a little background on us, we have been entrepreneurs, separately, actually, for a very long time, which leads us into the first question. So I'll save that for the first question, but I'll tell you what we do. So we've worked with over 2,000 entrepreneurs to really help them scale and grow their business using digital marketing, using branding, using automation, and really helping people find their tribe, authentically connect with their tribe, and expand their business. And so that's what we do for a living. And so one of the questions that came through was actually very timely from Irene Tyndall. Hello, Irene. I hope you're watching. Is what positioned us, or what caused us to actually start business together? Because for some of you who do know us, we've actually started, we were doing our own thing separately. I had my own business. Some of you may know me or started following me from the Bombshell Branding Agency or the Bombshell Business Academy. And then, of course, Damian had his own business. And then we decided to merge our businesses together. And so one of the questions that we get a lot is, well, how did you guys, decide to go into business together, working together as a couple and having children, and isn't that so tough? And, don't you guys want to kill each other every day?
Sometimes.
The answer is not every day, maybe once a week, but not every day. And that is a fact.
Sometimes.
He's a mess. But it just felt right. So one thing that I will say about Damian and I, we absolutely complement each other fantastically. So I think that we both are very skilled at everything that we do. Like I could do his job, he could do my job, no questions asked. But if we stay in our lane of genius, we complement each other. So, I'm the yin, he's the yang. However you want. I'm the salt, he's the pepper. And it just blended really well with each other. We would consult each other all the time about each other's businesses. And we were doing things together. I'm sorry, you wanted to talk?
No, keep it. Well, basically, one of the things... Well,
I'll keep going.
I know I'm cooking, but can I say something? But anyway, we really complement each other, and we leverage each other's strengths. So there's some things that Timeesha is really great at, and there's some things that I suck at. Well, the things that I suck at, she's great at, and vice versa. So we really complement each other. We don't always agree. Yeah, we really never really agree on a lot of things.
No, that's not true.
But not in a bad way, but we
probably
make it work.
agree 60-40. 60 is agree.
And while she's talking, I'm going to get this thing on the grill because I'm hungry. Y'all hungry? I'm hungry.
Okay, yes, get that popping immediately. Is the grill even on?
Come on now.
Okay. So while you do that, I'm going to start prepping for the salad, which is my signature salad. I'm actually not going to make my signature dressing for you guys today because I'm saving that for another episode. I'm going to keep it real simple and light today, but I want to show you guys what you can create just by getting you guys, we agree to yeah, you're right, Beth, we do agree to disagree. Not all the time, but yeah. You're hungry, Connie, you got to come to ATL so we can feed you and fatten you up. So anyway, I'm making my heirloom salad, which is a very simple salad. I use spinach, which I should probably get. I used to love kale, but I can no longer eat kale because kale does not agree with my body because I have a thyroid condition. So I only eat salad, spinach salad. And so I just basically combine spinach and tomatoes, some red onions, some cranberries, and some fried onions, and mix it all together and put that bed of citrusy goodness on top of that chicken, and it's an amazing thing here. So anyway, you were talking about how we first started working together. You were up because you said I was talking too much.
Well, how we started first working with each other. Well, you know, I was an entrepreneur while Timeesha was still, you know, in the 9 to 5, and I created a term called becoming financially equally yoked. So I was just pretty much waiting for her to quit her job. I don't have to name the employer, but the minute that she quit her job, that's when we really started working on all cylinders, really, really well together. And I mean, I don't really know what else to say about it.
Can you guys see what you guys can see what I'm doing. They can't really
I'll show them what you got.
All right, so I'm actually getting ready to cut. I'm going to cut my
red onion,
my items together. So I'm cutting the red onion. I'm going to cut a tomato. And so basically I just finally, this is not going to allow me to do my sexy cutting because this thing is not that sturdy. But basically, and who is it that doesn't do onions? Is it you? All right, so I'm going to prepare my salad and then I'll throw the onions in at the very end so that everybody can eat. So in my house, including our team, we are all very picky eaters, right? So everybody has something. If it's not Jaden who doesn't want this, then Jordan doesn't want this, and he doesn't want that.
I don't eat beef. I don't eat pork.
Want that. So we have to get very creative in our house, which is why I actually love the reason that we're doing this, because it's helping everybody else kind of figure out how to get creative with simple ingredients. To get creative with simple ingredients, right? So I don't really deviate off the path of exotic foods. Like, I'm just not about that life. I like to try different things, but I'm not that girl that's going to try everything. Just not me. I have to step back?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me step back so you guys can see us. So my parents are from the South. His parents are from the South. We're both born and raised in New York. So we've been exposed to a lot of different things.
A lot of beautiful cuisines.
But at the same time, we like to keep things simple and yet tasty so that the food is good. Of course, I don't know how those people on Food Network cut onions without crying, because I'm not that chick. But we're going to figure it out today. So right now I'm just cutting the onions. I'm going to put them in last so that I can take some of the salad out before I put this in for those in my family who do not eat raw red onions. And now I'm going to cut up some fresh off the vine tomatoes. Did anybody clean this? I don't think so. So please hold. I'm not cooking dirty food just because we're on camera.
So I'm back here making the grilled chicken. Smells really good. I hope. Can you smell that through the camera? Can you smell it? Smells really good.
It smells really good. So this is just a regular tomato. Kroger had them on sale. I like fresh from the vine tomato because it's nice and firm and hearty. And I'm just going to slice it up. I usually buy grape tomatoes, which are those very small tomatoes. And here it is, the tears. I usually buy grape tomatoes. But today I tried, I wanted to have some color in my salad. So I actually bought some orange grape tomatoes, which are really, really sweet. And then I'm going to use these vine tomatoes just to kind of switch it up a little bit. So just so you guys know, this is not a one-time thing, right? So we're going to be here for the long haul. So you guys can tune in every Tuesday at 7 o'clock to watch us cook something live. So next week we're actually making, come closer guys, let me tell you what we're making next week. We're making crab legs.
Crab legs.
Crab legs. Crab legs.
And also, we're gonna have.
I needed to make sure y'all heard that.
We're gonna have guests on the show too, so it's not gonna just always be us. Even though you just love to just see us together.
I know. All right, I'm really trying to. I'm blinking like a complete idiot, like one of those old school baby dolls, so this tear doesn't run down my eye. But let's just keep it real. I gotta help myself. Hold on. Yeah.
So the grilled chicken is coming along very well. Sorry to have my back to you, but I'm hungry and I'm trying to get this finished, all right? So stay tuned.
All right, so I am just over here in the corner washing my hands so that I am cooking all the time with clean food. So, all right, let me see. Somebody is saying something. I cook with, yes, you cook with color too? Awesome. Yeah, I like to see, especially, I don't know, I've just like, my eating habits were really bad in the beginning. And then I started to, once I realized like my body was not, it was like, all right, boo, enough with all the fried foods. And I'm not going to say I don't have my share of fried foods, which we will be bringing to you guys. We're going to keep it 100 real with y'all throughout these shows. I really wanted to kind of incorporate some more fresh, colorful foods. And really I guess we probably started eating more healthy when we had the kids. And we knew that we wanted to feed them with more healthier options, so of course we needed to be able to eat the healthier options.
Doesn't always go the way we want it, though.
No, it doesn't, but that's why I like to say it's kind of semi-homemade, right? So we'll pull some things that are already pre-made and mix it up, add our own little flair and seasoning to it, and then we'll put it into the pot, if you will.
Pre-made
so I'm
like
just gonna
what?
take
Pre-made like what?
Pre-made like them garlic rolls that I'm about to put in the oven.
Because I don't want y'all to get mixed up with like, you know, no offense, Kraft mac and cheese type.
No, we don't do no box.
We don't do that type of.
If that's what you do for your life, we not, you know, no shade, but I didn't grow that way, so I don't even know how to make that. I would get that box in my hand and literally
toss it out the window.
Feel retarded. So I'm just putting some fresh spinach into the bowl. And so basically we're going to put all our ingredients into this bowl, and then we'll put the chicken on top, and then we'll put it on the plate for everybody.
Did we have another question?
We do have another question. So the other question is from Jubilee Natural Skincare. And so Jubilee Natural Skincare asked, when you are rebranding, do you delete everything and do you start over? So do you delete your post? Do you delete your blog? And basically just start over from scratch. So my response to that is yes and no. And I know that's kind of a loaded response. But I would say you do not need to necessarily delete everything. You just want to delete things that are no longer on brand. So if they don't serve you, then you don't need them. So I know, especially like for those of you that are on Instagram and you have tons of pictures and you're like, oh, I don't want to delete them. Your Instagram at the end of the day are for people who don't know you, right? So you're trying to use, if you have a business, you're trying to use your Instagram page to get more people to be interested in your brand. So you don't want to use stuff that, you know, has nothing to do with your brand. Now, if you're showing behind the scenes or things that relate to your business, it's okay to show a tad of personal stuff. But at the end of the day, you always want to stay on brand. Now, if your brand is changing, if it's refocusing, if the colors are different, if the logos are different, if you're promoting a new program or service and you discontinued some of the things in the past, then yes, you do want to delete those things that no longer serve you. Because if I see something on your Instagram or on your blog or on your website that I'm interested in and you no longer offer that service or product, then it's kind of like false advertising, because I'm like, okay, well, I see this, but I can't indulge in it because you don't offer it anymore. So you want to clean up those things that don't serve your business anymore. If there are things that, you know, still relate to your business, complement your business, then and you want to have some kind of substance or content on your page, you don't have to delete everything, but you want to, again, ask yourself, is this on brand? Is this in relation to what I'm currently doing?
And also, when you're creating this content, you want to also make sure that the content is adding value. You want to create an experience with your post. So the value comes from the experience that you're creating for this clientele. And see, Timeesha was right with saying with both. You know, you want to make sure that every product or service that you're offering is in alignment with your posting and your videos and things like that.
So somebody asked, is this a 20-minute meal? Not exactly. It's more like a 35-minute meal. Because I like my chicken cooked very well done. So no, it's not a 20-minute meal. But the meals
it could be, but we don't.
The meals that we're bringing to you, I'm sorry. The meals that we're bringing to you are meals that are. I'm just cutting these in half. These are the orange tomatoes, so I'm just cutting them in half. The meals that we're bringing to you guys are meals that you should be able to prepare within, 20 to 40 minutes tops, obviously, because we're cooking live for you. So we're cooking a meal and we're not going to be live with you for hours on time. So this is something that you should be able to cook relatively quickly. You can add your own spin to it. The things that you like to put in your salad, go for it. I like walnuts. My sister makes a really great salad. She adds a whole bunch of stuff in it, like walnuts and orange and yellow and red peppers. But this tribe in this house don't go for that, so I can't do that. But just do whatever makes you happy. Yes. Okay, so we've added the tomatoes, we've added the red onions, we've added the spinach. Now I can't remember. You're the no cranberries guy, right? Somebody, I told y'all, somebody always has something they don't want in their salad. So, and I put the onions in it. I'm gonna put the cranberries in it anyway. He's just gonna have to pick them out. So I'm just gonna add, simple cranberries. This is part of the semi-homemade, right? So this literally came off the shelf into the pot. I'm not doing anything fancy with it. I'm just shimming it across the pan, the pot, the bowl, whatever you want to call this thing. I won't put that much, but I think I did anyway. And the other thing that we like to add are fried onions. So I'm not going to put these in right now because while we're still waiting for the chicken, I don't want these to get soggy. So I'll add these at the very, very end. After I add the dressing, then I'll add these on top. I need a charger for this. I'll add these on top so that they don't get crunchy. So again, don't forget the vino, guys. How are we doing on the chicken?
Yeah, we're coming. We're getting there.
Okay. So, let's see. I think a question came by and I missed it. So, the next thing that I'm going to show you guys. So, I can't take full credit for this. My sister actually put me onto this dressing, and it is the dressing of life. I need this company, Garlic Expressions, to give me a check because we put this, what do they say, what is it, Pete's Red Hot Sauce? Yeah, we put this on everything. So today I'm just going to dress the salad with this. Where is the chicken? I'm starving. Yeah, that's what I want to know too. Where's the chicken, my guy? The chicken you might have to cut it down a little bit more to mix it so it can cook.
She's telling me.
I'm already what I'm supposed
10 steps ahead of her.
I mean, come on. He's acting like that's not what wives do in the kitchen. Tell their husbands how to cook.
Oh.
So we're just going to use this, which is a simple garlic vinaigrette. It is so delicious. I don't know where you are in the world, but if you can get your hands on some of this, I would, because it makes anything. It's just fresh. It's light. But it adds a nice little pop and zing. So actually what I'm about to do is put this in the refrigerator because there's a lot of heat in the kitchen with the chicken cooking and I don't want the salad to get soggy. One of my pet peeves is a wet salad. I cannot stand a wet salad. So we're going to put this in the refrigerator. Let it cool for a little while. And while we're doing that, let's answer some of your questions. So what is the brand, what is the brand name of the dressing? So it's just called Garlic Expressions. You see that? Garlic Expressions. I don't know about brand names. It just says Garlic Expressions, so I'm assuming that's what it is. But I'm going to stop talking about them until they get ready to cut me a check. So, what else? I saw another question come through, and I missed it. So if you want to, whoever that was that asked their question, please pop it through again. You're welcome, my love. So, hello. I mean, we are talking to our friends here. You can't just stay by the pot. You have to engage with us. Thank you.
Well, I want to engage, but I also don't want to burn down my house. So,
let me see this.
No.
No, let me see it.
Is there any more questions? Yeah, I love to answer questions. Let's see what's going on in social media world. But yeah, we really do love to cook. Just jumping on, what's on the menu? Well, what's on the menu, LaDawn, is lemon pepper cast iron grilled chicken salad. And you know, Timeesha got all these other berries and all kinds of stuff in it, so I don't know. She'll finish that part, but that's what's on the menu. We're keeping it light tonight. We're on here answering any questions that you have, business-wise, relationship-wise, children-wise. You know, shoot. Remember, this is a dialogue, not a monologue. We just want to make sure that we answer all your questions while we're having dinner and wine or cocktails or beer, whatever we're drinking together.
Oh, so somebody had asked a question.
What was the question?
About their, so real quick, if you're just now tuning in, who are we? We're Damian and Timeesha Duncan. We've helped over 2,000 entrepreneurs scale and grow their business using digital marketing, Facebook ads, YouTube marketing, developing their brand makeovers, like that's all us all
Automation.
day. Automation, that's us all day. And then, of course, we work heavily with people who are really trying to transition out of corporate America into really building their brand, which we like to call our mobile builders. So one of the questions that I had earlier, question from LaDawn. How do you keep your energy up during the day with everything you have with running your business? LaDawn, I have no idea. That answer,
well,
I don't know the answer.
The energy comes,
God and Jesus.
Well, the energy comes from what we love to do. We know that we are servant leaders, and
that's the nice answer.
We have a responsibility to make sure that we give our clients and customers what they need to move on to the next level. So that's where the energy comes from, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, I could be very honest with you. When I first started my business, I had my ups and downs, and then guilt was one of the things that really drove me, because I felt guilty if I didn't take that next step and push myself through. I felt bad because I felt like I was being selfish, because it was like, oh, I didn't feel like doing this today, but I'm not doing this just for me. I'm doing this for my family, for my children. I'm doing this for the people that I know that are looking for my services and have a problem. And when you start to look at your business as the answer to somebody's problem, when you start to really conceptualize that there are people out there that are actually looking for you specifically, not just that answer, but they're looking for you. They may not necessarily know, oh, I'm looking for Timeesha, or I'm looking for LaDawn, but they're looking for you because you are the only person that can actually help them and give them the answer that they're looking for. When you use that as your motivating drive to get up and know that you're helping people, and every day that you don't show up,
someone is starving.
Somebody is starving. Not only is somebody starving, but this is a little selfish, but it's reality, right? So and I'm going to just be transparent with you. I used to get upset when I saw my counterparts, my peers, that would show up and they would do really great in business, and I was like, I don't understand why this isn't working for me. What are they doing differently that I'm not doing? And what they were doing differently that I wasn't doing, they were showing up.
That's
they were simply showing up. They didn't know anything better than me. In fact, if I could keep it 100, I felt like if it came down to the knowledge and the science, they couldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole. But the reality was they were showing up. I was not showing up every day, and because I wasn't showing up every day, my people that were looking for me were forced to go to somebody else because I wasn't there. So when you think about it in that perspective, and you get up and you show up and you keep your energy, you got to think about those people.
And the thing is, too, there are some mornings where I don't want to show up, but that's not an option for us because, again, like I said earlier, we have a responsibility to our clients and potential clients, and you know, our goal every day is to create value for someone, to give someone some kind of tidbit or something that they can use that they can get an instant result. So, you know, I hope that definitely helps. There was another question. Do you help brand wardrobe stylists. Of course we do. We actually are working with a few right now. So to answer your question, yes, we do. So definitely, you know, we would love to talk to you about that. Another question was, do you help build brand websites from the ground up?
Yep.
We do that too. So to answer all of those questions, yes, we do.
I think the chicken is...
Okay, so another question that we got that came in was, what's the greatest part about working with your spouse?
Ooh.
You want to start with that?
No.
Well, one of the greatest things for me, honestly, to be totally honest, this was something that I've envisioned before I even gotten married. And I'm not trying to sound funny, but I always wanted to create a family legacy with my wife. You know, so that was the biggest thing for me.
That's nice.
And you know,
I wanted to say something else.
Well, you know, and
no, go ahead.
we're best friends, and you know, who else would I not want to do it with? You know, even though she gets on my nerves sometimes, a lot, but I love her so much, and it's very important that we do it together. So that's my reasoning for.
That's nice.
What were you gonna say?
What's the question again?
See, what's the greatest part of working with me? And the worst. I'll get to the worst in a minute.
What's the greatest and the worst part?
Let's get to the greatest.
Man, that's a loaded question.
Yes.
The greatest part of working with my husband is that I know he will never steer me wrong. I know that he always has my best interest at hand. And I know that he's not somebody that's going to sugarcoat my feelings. So if something's right, he's going to stand by it. If something's wrong, he's going to stand by it. And it's not going to be for selfish gain or personal gain. I know that his main objective is to benefit our entire family because he's vested in me, he's vested in our children, he's vested in us. So as my husband, and as me allowing my husband to take the lead, why wouldn't I want to go into a business and build my empire and build my legacy with my husband, who I know does all things for the greater good of my family. So that's the best thing about working with him. Well, that's not the best thing. That's one of the best things. I think that Damian and I are genuinely really good friends. Like, he is my best friend. Like, I have to remind myself, I know this sounds crazy, but I have to remind myself that he's actually my husband, because we fight like brother and sister. We have like such a close relationship that it's just weird. Like, we gel so well together. And we spend, like, people are like, how do you spend all day long with your husband? Like, that's my husband. That's what I married him to do, to be with him for the rest of my life. If you can't be with the person that you're committed to all day, then there's a problem. You shouldn't be committed to that person. Like,
now we do.
I need my occasional break.
Exactly.
More often than I get them. But at the end of the day, I know that he always has my back. He loves me unconditionally.
Now get into the worst now.
I'm trying to drag on the best.
Yeah.
The worst is everything that I just said. So, because he is my husband, he gets on my nerves. And because he is my husband and I have to give him that due respect, I'm a Christian, I've been raised to honor and respect your husband. I've been raised to allow your husband to take the lead. I don't always agree. There's that 60-40, right? I don't always agree with what he says. But if I allow my wifely duties to come into play and my Christian values to come into play, then I still have to allow my husband to take the lead, right? So there are times when I want to overstep what he says, but I fall back because I'm like, all right, now we're stepping into the gray area.
Well,
more times than you think.
Well,
I don't not speak up now. I will say what I feel, but then I'll kindly just put it out there, and then I'll leave it there on the table for you to make the decision.
Well, you know, yeah. Well,
for you to make the decision.
Sometimes he makes, and it's not all.
And sometimes I make decisions without him, but I'm learning.
That's what I was just about to say. Sometimes she just makes a decision. I don't know anything about it, and then she just tells me about it like I'm supposed to know. That's the only issue that I have with her.
But I do that with what I feel are small decisions, like big time
small,
decisions.
Right? Small. Okay.
I leave them to you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so her thing is like the big money decisions. She makes sure that I make the last decision. Yeah. So when everything goes wrong,
so when it goes wrong, There's this guy.
She does that. But, I mean, I don't think there's anything.
It's that guy.
I think, you know, there's nothing really worse. I don't like that word. I mean, we don't always agree with each other, but.
This is really good.
Chef D in the house.
All
but
right.
the bottom line is, you know.
Popping.
Yeah, the chicken is ready. So for all of you that were saying, you know, get the chicken popping, well, it's popping. But the bottom line is she put the berries. See, executive decision. She know I don't like these berries. She gonna put the berries up in here. You see what I'm saying?
The same show as
she done put the berries in there. You see what I'm saying? She done put the berries. This is exactly what I'm talking about. But I love you.
But I said, did y'all hear me when I said? I didn't ask. I didn't. But I said,
okay, all right.
I'm putting the berries in there. He's gonna have to pick them out.
She makes executive decisions
he heard that, but he didn't say anything. Now the berries are present. He got. I mean,
it's look at it. That's some beautiful looking stuff right there. Don't get me wrong, but I don't eat berries.
Just eat from this side.
Now I gotta pick them out.
Berries on this
How many of y'all go out to eat and y'all get some onions and y'all want to pull it out? You say you specifically say I don't want any onions, and people pull it out. That's what she just did to me. So now I gotta spend while she's throwing down that food. Now I gotta pick out berry after berry.
It's not the end of the world. Berries are good for you.
Okay.
Get this chicken in this salad, please.
Okay. So, would you like to pass me the plate? And I'll.
No.
Okay. I got you.
Okay. You laughing? Hold on. I think I'm too close.
She made executive decision on the berries. Can you believe that?
Okay. Did what? I cannot read that.
You want me
Did the calendar and planner ship out yet? No, they did not. I'm so sorry. No, they have not shipped out yet, but they will be shipping out probably by the end of the week. If that answers your question. So if you guys have not grabbed your Slay the Day planner and the brand Bible, I don't know where you can go actually, because I don't even have it on my site. You can go to TimeeshaDuncan.com to purchase your planner for 2018. All right, so now we're putting the chicken on top of the salad. Is that all of it? No, you can put some more. And then I'm literally just going to take this dressing and I'm going to shake it up, because inside of this dressing there's like whole garlic, cloves, and all kinds of goodness in there that settles at the bottom. So I just make sure I give it a really good shake, and then I pour it lightly over there. So somebody asked, what am I cooking? We are go ahead, hit it, because you gave it some long, ridiculous name now that I don't even know what it is.
Give them
so we're making a citrus cast iron grilled chicken salad.
See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about?
So no, don't do that, because I asked you to say it. So this is the chicken, which is a nice chicken. It has lemon pepper and some citrus infused herbs in it. And then I made a salad, a spinach salad. The spinach has some red onions, has cranberries, tomatoes in it. I keep it real simple. I don't like a whole bunch of stuff in the salad. And then we're just going to top it with some garlic vinaigrette to keep it nice and fresh and airy. Oh yeah, I was supposed to put my bread in the oven. So where's the oven? I did just say where's the oven. I did.
It's right here. The oven's right here.
Where's the oven, honey?
It's right here.
All right, so this is part of the semi-homemade, right? So we made this, but then we're going to go to the already pre-made garlic. Now, on one of these episodes, I'm actually going to make you guys some fresh garlic bread, but not today. So I'm going to just put these nice little garlic rolls in the oven for a few minutes. I think I put the pan in here.
Oh, that's another thing too. She puts all of the stuff all over the place. Can't find anything. Any of y'all deal with that?
Would you like to tell everyone all my secrets?
Yes. Tonight I will.
Wow. Very rude and disrespectful.
All right. You might as well just put them all in there.
It's not
well, you was
just
acting
you in here.
I said you might as well put them all in there.
There's a whole production team behind these cameras, and they will kill me if I show them.
We're going to show them anyway.
I'm not going to do that to them today.
I won't.
But they will be.
I want to live.
Today. Okay, let me see. I see something. What are you? Okay. So does anybody else have any questions about business, about relationships, about life while we wait for these biscuits? Not biscuits, these garlic rolls to finish?
Yeah, any more questions? Let's see what's going on. Where's the wine? That's one of the questions. Right here.
Right here. So, okay, so this episode, I'm going to be 100 with y'all. We kept it real light, right? Because we didn't know what to expect. Here. Put that in the refrigerator for me, honey. This is not mine, is it? No.
Yours now. Oh,
So
it would make... No.
Yeah, you don't see the pink lipstick? I mean, look for it. Get into it. So, we kept it light, but... that was part of the plan. And plus, wine goes really, really good with this salad. But on our next episodes, every time we cook something, we're going to be making you guys a special cocktail. So Damian is actually a licensed bartender. I make better drinks than him. But we're going to let him believe that he makes the best drinks. His drinks are actually really good. Mine are acquired taste. So if you want to drink...
yeah.
Then you come to me. His drinks are the drinks that creep up on you, right? So they taste really, really good. But then, like, after 2 of them, you like, whoa.
And
my
then hers
drink
tastes
is
like...
whoa, from the very beginning.
And
like,
tastes,
I get into it.
Straight
I
gasoline.
got time for 2 and 3 of them.
Straight gasoline.
Let's get to the drink immediately. Yeah. So, if that's what you like, we'll be doing a combination of both. Sometimes I'll make the drink, sometimes he'll make the drink.
So you'll see some of our guests, they'll be a little, a little twisted, but that won't be my fault.
We have guests, we're really turning it up for them. All right, so I think, check on our bread, babe.
Man, you just put it in there.
I mean, it doesn't.
Oh, we got another
long.
question.
Where are you guys from? We are from.
See,
we're from the Bronx. We're not from the Bronx.
No.
I'm from the Bronx.
Don't you ever. Okay, all right.
We are from the boogie down.
No. She is from the Bronx. You know where I'm from? BK, also known as Brooklyn, the home of who? Biggie and who? Jay. That's where I'm from. She's from the Bronx. You know. All right.
Use your words sparingly.
You guys are okay.
Married this chick from the Bronx.
Well, I love uptown girls. You know what I do.
Play yourself,
hey, listen, I knew where to go.
Don't do it.
I knew. Hey,
there's a whole bunch of Brooklyn chicks you did not choose.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
to them.
Oh,
dog, get with it.
To answer whoever's question, we are from New York. Who is it? Oh, that's another question. Okay, so we're from New York, but we're actually in Atlanta. We've been living in Atlanta now for about 11, 12 years. Okay, so the next question is, where should one start expanding their business besides social media? That's a great question. So to answer that question, before I can even answer that question, if you want an honest answer, I would need to know a little bit more about your business, because my answer to that would be where your ideal clients are. So if your ideal clients are heavily on social media, then that's obviously where you want to start your business. If your ideal clients are in a corporate setting, then that's where you want to expand to make sure you're more visible in a corporate setting.
But even though wherever they are, you still need to have a very strong presence on social media, because if you're not on social media, your business will die.
I'm sorry, I'm really hungry.
It's greedy. It will die. So you have to have a presence on social media. That is one of the most important things. Or you will become Blockbuster. Remember how Netflix took over Blockbuster? You don't want to be Blockbuster. Be Netflix. Get on social media.
And I would say, I know that social media is very intimidating for a lot of people to get started. But if you want to have a global brand, if you want to really expand your reach, you have to be social. What some of you don't realize is that right now Facebook has over 2 billion users every single day.
It's probably more than that now.
No, actually, Facebook is 1.5 billion.
1.7
No,
billion.
I'm wrong. Facebook is 2 million. Facebook actually just surpassed YouTube. YouTube has 1.5 billion users every day. So just think about it in that perspective. Instagram has over 800, close to 900 million users every day. So if you think about it in that perspective, I'm pretty sure the ideal client that you're trying to reach is using social media. So why waste your efforts on other platforms or other areas where you know they're hanging out in droves in these places? So I'm not saying that you shouldn't expand your reach, but you definitely want to make sure that your presence on social media is strong, because that's where you're going to get the most reach, and you're going to be able to target your audience specifically using the special tactics that Facebook ads have, that YouTube ads, Instagram ads, so you can literally go after your ideal client to a T.
And the beautiful thing about being on social media is once you put out content, you become timestamped into time. So people can always go back and look at videos. You don't have to keep recreating things. So it's definitely it's a huge opportunity and a must for you to be on social media. A must to be on social media. Because if you're not on social media,
my bread, that's my bread. Look how people are looking out for us. Check out bread. Yes.
Hey, look, I got the glove.
Who is that?
I got the glove.
Lackey styling, LaQueen styling. I don't know what that says, but thank you, honey. What was your biggest hurdle to overcome as an entrepreneur, and how did you overcome it? Ooh. That's a great question.
Well, it's hurdles all the time.
Okay, so who's gonna take that, me or you?
Well,
I was gonna say me.
I'll give one of my renditions. You're always, as you up level as an entrepreneur, you're always gonna have obstacles, right? So I look at it like like a roller coaster, right? If you're going straight in a line like this, you're plateauing, which means you're on the verge of your business is on the verge of dying. So you're always going to have obstacles. So just understand that you're going to, like as they say, or Steve Harvey says, new levels, new devils. So as you start to grow your business, you're going to have different kind of obstacles. So if you're a 6-figure business, you're going to have 6-figure money problems. If you're a 7-figure person, you're going to have 7-figure $1 million or whatever that I just said, problems. So you're always going to have obstacles. So I just want you to understand that every time that as an entrepreneur, part of the journey is having obstacles being placed in front of you. So,
but you didn't answer the question.
What was the question?
The question was, what was your biggest hurdle, right?
I've had so many. To
overcome.
Okay, I got one.
Was it?
One of the biggest hurdles that I had was trying to take everybody's opinion into consideration. So an example of that was I would have an idea, and I would shoot it past family and friends, and if they didn't approve of what I was doing, then I wouldn't do it anymore. So that was a big obstacle for me, people's opinions mattering to what I was doing. So once I started standing alone in my greatness and understanding that I was called to do something, I stopped taking people's opinions into consideration, and I did what I had to do. So that was my biggest obstacle.
I would say my biggest hurdle was being able to stand alone in my genius. So I would always question my own genius because I would see other people doing something totally different, and I was too afraid to say and do the things that I believed in because I felt like I had to be like everybody else. So when I first started my business, instead of me staying in my lane and focusing on my genius, I would look at what everybody else was doing, and then I would emulate or copy what they were doing. And it didn't really work for me, and I didn't understand it because I was like, okay, they're doing it and it's working, so why is it not working for me? And that was a real struggle for me. Like, I would literally bang my head up against the wall because I'm like, I'm following the rules. I'm watching what they're doing, even down to, I hate to admit it, but I would never copy anybody's stuff verbatim. But I mean, I have literally watched and studied people and then literally tried to emulate exactly what they did, but for me, and it wouldn't work. And that's because I was not acknowledging my own genius. I felt like I had to fit into this box. In fact, I posted something yesterday that said, be the thermostat and not the thermometer, right? So a thermometer, you put a thermometer in the room, it just dictates what's in the room. You did, but don't kill my shine right now.
No, I'm just saying.
So a thermometer dictates what's in the room,
That's true.
Right? It takes the temperature. Whatever's in the room, it's going to take that temperature and it's going to become whatever is around it. Whereas a thermostat, you have the ability to adjust up or down. And then the people in the room, think about it, when somebody changes the temperature in the room, they have to adjust to the thermostat. It's cold, they get a blanket, they turn it up, whatever the case may be. So I had to figure out that I needed to be that thermostat, right? So I needed to stop worrying about what everybody else was doing and adjusting to what was going on around me, and actually live in my genius and put out my stuff and stop questioning and second guessing myself.
And that's actually, I actually posted this on Instagram today and Facebook and LinkedIn. What she's referring to is called digital dementia. So what that is you outsource your brain to social media, meaning you go on social media, you're looking at everybody else, you're comparing and contrasting what you're doing based on your competitors and even friends. And then some people suffer from social media depression. So you have to, that was a big obstacle for me as well, because I was comparing what I was doing to everyone else. So when I was able to get my digital dementia under control and stop outsourcing my brain to social media, that was a big game changer for me. And also a big obstacle for me too was watching too much TV. I cut off the damn cable, and that was a big game changer for me too. So I hope that helps.
You'll get the big fork.
Oh, I get the big fork. Like
yes.
The big breast, the big fork. Okay. That's cool.
This is actually, I didn't really give you much of any salad. I called myself giving you that one because it didn't have that much onions. I mean, not onions.
The way she's serving, I wouldn't even want to eat.
Dad, why you trying to play me?
Cause she's grabbing it like she's a
why
she's
you say that?
I'm just playing.
I'm serving you with dirty
I just wanted to
utensils?
make sure she was paying attention. You good?
I'm gonna get him for that one when we all stand up. All right, so where's our bread? Let's wrap this up.
Okay.
So here's the remnant salad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call it
remnant
salad.
Remnant.
Meanwhile, our team behind us like, remnant salad? I ain't eat no remnant salad. So this is what the Food Network does, right? They make all of this food, and then I always be the person like, but it's just you. So what you gonna do with all of that?
They give it to the audience. You forgot.
Yeah, so we have our audience that we're giving it to. Why are you holding my plate? I'm trying to understand. Oh.
Because I'm doing something called plating.
Oh, that's so nice. And
you see that little backdrop? Look at that little backdrop. Look at that.
Why don't you do that?
What? No, but
so they can see the salad.
They already saw the salad like a million times.
Well, let them see it again.
See?
All right, so this is the final arrangement of our fresh salad. It's light, it's fresh, it's airy. It's a great way to start 2018 without all the fat and the cholesterol. Y'all know how we do. We got to cut that out of our lives, guys. I'm not saying completely, but with moderation.
With that said.
So if you guys liked the first episode of Dinner with the Duncans, I need to see some hearts, some love. Oh, you were talking?
Yeah, she just cut me off. She made see. Anyway, continue on. So
you were speaking?
Yeah, I was. But go ahead. No, go ahead. It's okay. It's not that.
Wait, we have
something.
You
got another question?
Oh, you stepped on my toes with that.
Which one?
TV. Oh, with the TV thing.
Oh, yeah. Turn that cable off. Stop playing.
Yes. Turn the TV. Off. You can watch TV, but we definitely got rid of
Turn it off. Don't listen to her. Turn it off.
Okay. Turn it off. All right, fine. Okay, so it's time to... Oh, yeah. I have to taste the food. They do that.
Yeah, you gotta make sure.
I can't make the food and then they be like, blah, blah. It's disgusting. Yo, get your plate, son. See, that's the New York coming out.
I ain't feeding you.
Oh, you gonna say grace? You gonna pray?
Yeah,
I don't say grace. I say prayers. Say a quick joint. Say it.
No, we ain't saying no prayer. We already said the prayer.
Yes, that's a nice thing to do. We thank Jehovah for our food. Don't play yourself. Do it. Quick.
Thank you for the food we're about to receive. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. See, that was easy.
I got that from my son Jaden. He taught me that very well.
That's good. Okay, guys. Tune in next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're making another meal, answering more of your questions. If you have questions that you want to submit, send them ahead of time.
And remember, next week, we making crab legs.
Yes.
Who's trying to be here for that?
Me.
Crab legs.
All right,
I'm
guys.
going to put y'all on to my secret recipe, but if you tell anybody, we're going to have a problem. All right? Crab legs next week. Crab legs.
Guys next
crab
week.
legs. Crab legs. Crab legs.